Standard radio's never worked in my car since the day I brought it. So today I'm going to be installing this Aftermarket DAB digital radio. Let's crack on. Removing the old radio is very easy to do. It only requires these two metal keys to be pushed into the slider holes. Pull them apart and the radio comes straight out. With the radio removed, I need to remove the antenna and the wiring loom plug. Both are very simple and just simply disconnect. And that is it. The radio is out. Because I'm adding wires in, the next job will be to feed through the wire threader, which I'll have to push all the way down to the bottom of the dashboard so that I can connect those three wires to it. The three wires that I am adding are two for the siren speaker so that I can play any radio sounds through the siren speaker itself, and one is for the digital aerial. With the wire threader now at the bottom of the dashboard, it was just the fact of pulling it through and then taping up the wires. Nothing special about this. With the wire taped to the threader, it is now just the fact of pulling it back up through so that all the wires come up together and will be in the radio area. This is a radio wiring harness which I've adapted so that it fits into the Crown Victoria because it's not a direct fit. The two wires I'm currently holding are the two that are going to have the extra wires added in. These are for the speaker, and this will connect one of the speaker wires to the siren speaker so that it can be activated and be played through the siren speaker at the front of the car. To add the extra wires onto the speaker wire that's already there, it was just the fact of removing the protective shrouding, wrap the wires up and then seal them down with a crimping tool. The reason I chose to do this and not solder them was purely because if I take the radio out, I need to be able to separate all the wires so that it can all come out in one piece and I haven't got to start chopping wires around. I do know and understand this isn't the best method to use, however, it just makes it so much easier for me. And as a little bit of extra precaution, I've also decided to use some insulation tape. This was quite time consuming, but you know, it's better to be safer than sorry. So I've used plenty of tape to make sure everything is all nice and secure. With the modifications now done to the radio harness, it is just plugging it back into the actual car harness. With that now connected, all I need to do is plug in the other side of that wiring harness into the actual radio itself. Then plug in the DAB radio antenna. I then had to disconnect it because it was a little bit twisted and I wanted to straighten it out so that nothing would cross. With all that plugged in, it was now the case of trying to push the radio in, hiding all the wires behind the dashboard and making it secure. This proved a little more challenging than what I thought. This is because I have it round the other way, so the radio should actually sit at the bottom and the slit should sit at the top. However, stay around to the end of the video and I'll show you why I've had to do it like this. This bit did take a fair amount of time and it was more the fact of trying to prod and push until I could get it to click in place. With a little more prodding and pushing, I finally managed to get it to go in. And here comes the test. Will it or will it not work? Unfortunately, it won't play any radio stations currently because the antenna is not connected. However, there is a CD in there, so let's have a look, see if I've actually done this right. It's lit up and it's beeping, so I would say that's quite successful. Do we get anything from the speakers? And that's it. We've done it. Radio's in. Everything's connected up. I can't test the wires for the siren yet, so they're yet to be tested. A couple of other little updates that I've been doing kind of behind the scenes and off of the camera. So if I just pan the camera around, I've now put the trim back in. That's another job ticked off the list. Anyway, I am trying to grow the channel. My first target is to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm currently at 697. So thank you to everybody that is subscribed and thank you to everybody new that is subscribed. And if you haven't already and you are watching this for the first time, please make sure you like, please make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.